Right, welcome back. Actually, it's Daybreak. Willis Rabura Paivi, and when you know it is Wednesday, you know it is time for us to talk all matters nutrition, and we're going to have with us today. We have Dr. Nduta. I'll allow her to also just introduce herself more appropriately. Yes.
Thank you very much. My name is Nduta Monio. I'm a clinical dietitian, and I'm mostly involved in the diabetes reversal and remission.
Okay, reversal.
Yes.
Okay, good.
And remission, which is management of diabetes. And currently, I've gone back to classroom to teach.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'm tutoring at the currently commissioned Nyandarua National Polytechnic.
Ah, nice, nice. That's good. That's good. It's always good to give back all the knowledge that you've accrued. Yes. So, of course, we were talking about it just before we started off air, and now that you know you specialize in diabetes, it's good that we're going to be talking about sugar. So, but let's start with what they call the fat diets, and one in particular that I guess people like is juicing. Well, they say, so long as utakunywa tu juice, mimi kazi yangu utakunywa tu juices, and I'll be okay. What is wrong with that particular kind of diet?
Okay, you see, now the fact that you're using fruits, we have the fruit sugar, which is called fructose. Okay. So at the end of the day, when the body metabolizes the sugar, you get the end product, which is glucose. So whether you're taking it in juice form or in the added sugars, the end result is the same. So a lot of people will think that they're maintaining a healthy diet by taking just juice, but they're adding a lot of sugar into their system. Because for you to remain healthy, you must have a balanced diet, you must have the carbohydrates, you must have the proteins, and you must consume the veg. So a lot of people, you'll find people will say, I'll just take fruits because I'm in the process of weight loss. But you find that it adds a lot of sugar into your system, and you end up gaining more weight than even losing. Yeah.
So how much is too much in terms of fruits? Because people always say fruits is sour. So how much is too much? Say for bananas, oranges, and everybody has been being told to take oranges now because of vitamin C and tangerines and stuff. How much is too much?
It depends with the combination. Okay. There's this misconception that so long as I have a bowl with like 5 types of fruits, I'm doing well. So if it's for a banana, we talk of a medium-sized banana. And then always when you're taking fruits, ensure that there's also something that like a high-fat kind of a fruit. So if you're taking a banana, combine it with an avocado. And then when it comes to now oranges and vitamin C, you know vitamin C is a water-soluble vitamin. So you cannot say that I took oranges today, so I'll not consume them tomorrow. So when it comes to fruits, there's a medium-sized bowl that you consume. And it also depends with the frequency of eating this fruit. You cannot say I'll eat a bowl in the morning, another 2 bowls in around lunchtime, and then in the evening. 2 servings of fruit per day is recommended.
So this is 2 bananas, 2 oranges. Is that what you mean, or you mean?
If you're combining it in a bowl, you might not necessarily have to put a whole banana. It might be half a banana, then you combine maybe with a little bit of watermelon, some avocado. But if you're taking a whole fruit, you can now take your 1 banana and maybe 1 orange.
In the day, and that's good.
Yeah, 2 servings.
2 servings. Okay, what about those who say, minachukua tu fruit salad, and they take pineapple, banana, watermelon, zote ndani? What about that?
They're taking just the fruit without eating food?
Yes. Or even after dessert. So breakfast, akona fruit. Jioni akona another bowl of fruit salad. Alafu lunch pia.
At the end of the day, what matters is we have what we call the recommended daily allowance for each person, depending with your metabolism. Your metabolism is not the same as mine. So we don't have a one diet fits all kind of a thing. So when you calculate how much you consumed over breakfast and how much you're consuming over lunch, it will guide you on limiting the amount of fruits that you're consuming. But if you're taking at lunchtime, at dinner time and breakfast, it might be a little too much. Because at the end of the day, when the fruits are metabolized, the end result is sugar.
The end result is sugar. Let's talk about sugar. And people take a lot of, I don't know if they're called the processed sugars, that's in the juices and stuff like this. So, what is the places that these sugars hide that maybe we don't know? See, tunakula tu and we're thinking, but I'm not taking sugar in my tea. But yet there is, still sugar in some of the things we're taking.
Now, coming to that, you also find, apart from now not taking sugar in your tea, people have also gone to the sweeteners.
Yes. The ones, to pellets.
Yes, they call the non-caloric sweeteners.
Yes.
So now you find that if you have to take sugar, it better be accompanied by some vitamins. And by this I mean, you'd rather take maybe the sugar in the fruit as opposed to the processed sugar. But either way, the end result is always the same. So someone will say, I'm not taking sugar in my tea. But you find that they're taking what you were talking about, the 3-4 servings of fruit. So end result is the same. The only difference will be the bowls of fruit were accompanied with some other additional benefits, like fiber and maybe some vitamins. So sugar, don't think that it's only the sugar that you add in your tea that is the problem. Also look at the other foods, the carbohydrates. How much sugar are they adding into your system? So this issue of I don't take sugar, I'm taking honey. And then you put like 2-3 tablespoons of honey. So at the end of the day, it's about portion control. Yes. So there is that misconception. Since it's healthy, I can eat as much as I want. And that is what is messing people up. So people need to know, irrespective of the fact that it is healthy, you also need to have some portion control. Yes.
So how much, speaking about honey, what is the recommended honey? If you're taking it maybe with black tea, or if you're taking it, maybe you're mixing it with lemon, etc. What is the recommended?
Well, as I said, there's no one
size fits all.
Size fits all.
Yes.
There are people who like it sweeter. There are people who like it just slightly sweeter. But when it comes to the point where you put in 2 tablespoons, then there is a problem.
Depending on the size of the cup.
Depending on the size of the cup. And that is why you see even when we go to order for dawa, there's a standard amount of honey that they give us. But you find somebody else asking for an extra serving. Right. So we also need to train our palate on taking less sweetened foods, because it is a training, just the way we train our children from the time they are small. So if you're used to it, you'll be able to take less and less. Just because honey is healthy doesn't mean that you should overindulge.
All right, so honey, that's another place where I think people need to worry a lot. But you mentioned something about sugar and carbohydrates. Maybe you can expand on that more.
Okay, when it comes to sugar and carbs, you find most people, when they're thinking about weight loss, and that is an area that we really need to demystify, because you find a lot of people look at the outwards and you say, this person is chubby, they're the ones who are supposed to go on a diet. But then these diets are limiting. Because you find if you go on a low-carb diet, most of the people are not looking at the wholesomeness of this meal. So when it comes to carbs, you're supposed to go into the wholesome meals, the less refined grains, because you find the less refined they are, the more fiber they have, and we have what we call the glycemic index. This is how much sugar a certain amount of food will spike the sugar in your bloodstream. So the glycemic index of non-refined foods is lower than that of refined foods. So we normally
what is an example of some of the non-refined and refined?
Like now when we are talking about ugali. Okay. Let us go back to the roots. The ugali that our mothers made back in the village. Yes. Right from the posho mill. Yes. So when we decide to go to the other ugali that we buy from the shelves, and you find that your ugali is as white as the paper that you have, then there is a problem. But now what has happened is, you find that if you come into my house, I want to serve you this kind of ugali, the very white one, because it gives me some kind of prestige. Nimeomoka kiasi, you know, that kind of a thinking. If you come and find me eating brown ugali or ugali from the posho meal, you think that maybe I'm poverty-stricken, or maybe there's a problem.
Yes.
So when you talk about non-refined, just the way they are from the farm, without undergoing a lot of processing. When it comes to things like ugali, I have talked about. When it comes to now vegetables, let us ensure that we take as much fresh vegetables as possible. When it comes to now things like meat and meat products, you find that most of us will go to sausages, we'll go to bacon, we'll go to ham. There is no problem with that, but moderation. You cannot say that you're getting your protein from the sausages and you feed that to your children or to yourself day in, day out. Can you go for an egg? It would be a healthier alternative. So when you talk about non-refined, it's the foods that have not been passed through the processing so much. Because remember also some of the preservatives that come with preservation, with processing, is high in sodium.
Yes.
And you see sodium also has a negative effect in our bodies.
All right. So now, then what is the right amount, or rather what would a typical example of how we have a balanced sort of diet, and this is throughout the day. So we're talking breakfast, then lunch, and then dinner. And I guess maybe you can mix it up because you say there's no one size fits all. But what would be the ideal, probably, a good example?
Now, when you talk about a whole day, typical day kind of feeding, there are people who are not breakfast people. So you have heard people say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Sure enough, it is. But as I said, it's not. There's no one size fits all. There are people who can barely consume breakfast. So some of the myths that we are trying to demystify when it comes to nutrition, we find that breakfast eaters have been found to be better at maintaining their weight and just generally health. I tend to think the reason could be not because they are eating their breakfast, but because they make better choices. If you have your breakfast in the morning, you're less likely to snack through the day. And also it kickstarts your day by giving you at least some sort of energy. But then now these are the kind of people who cannot consume anything in the morning. We are not going to crucify them and tell them that they must consume breakfast. So on a typical breakfast, someone may decide, I'm going to take my breakfast at 11. So instead of the typical Kenyan breakfast, which is 2 slices of bread and tea, you can take arrowroots and maybe some sweet potatoes, maybe 2 boiled bananas, and always ensure you have a vegetable.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is always important to have a balanced diet. Always ensure you have a vegetable and a protein. So you can have your 1 egg and half of the plate with vegetables, and then your carbohydrate sauce, which could be your sweet potatoes, it could be your 2 bananas, boiled bananas, it could be your arrowroot.
So that is breakfast.
That is breakfast.
And what about, I hear people talk a lot about oats.
Oats.
Yes.
Yeah, oats are very ideal when it comes to breakfast because 1, they're very high in fiber, and you also find oats are low on gluten.
Okay.
So a lot of people have issues with gluten, people who have gluten intolerance, people who have the celiac disease. So oats are found to be more friendly to those people. So now for breakfast, you find that 1, oat will be more filling in your stomach. It is high in fiber, it's low in calories. So at the end of the day, when you consume a bowl of oats, and considering that some of the things that you might need to mix your oats with is milk, which gives you a little bit of protein, a little bit of the fat and the calcium, it is a healthy alternative compared to the bread. And the other issue for the bread is that people will think that since I'm taking this wholemeal bread,
which is the brown
bread,
yes,
I can take 4 slices, I can take 6 slices. So you'd rather take your 2 slices of white bread than overindulge. So at the end of the day, it boils down to portion control and the quality of food that you're taking.
What about, there's also something else that I've heard about bread. Whenever people are doing some of the diets, is that they say that if you toast it, umeua ubaya. So unaweza kula mingi sana.
That is a myth.
Okay.
What happens is that when you subject the carbohydrates to high heat, of course you'll break them down, You know, we have the polysaccharides, disaccharides, now to mono.
Okay.
So what happens is, when you subject it to heat, definitely there'll be a couple of processes that it will undergo. Okay. So, and one of them will be now the breaking down of those double bonds. So it doesn't make it easier. Okay. It doesn't make it better. Okay. It just breaks it down. Okay. Yeah. All right.
So if you still consume it, it's still the same.
It's more or less still the same. Okay. Only that now when it comes to the metabolism, the toasted bread is easier to metabolize than the other one, because some of these things have already been broken down.
Through the heat, introduction of heat.
Yeah.
All right, and then also when it comes to bread again, let's take it to exactly where you are. The spreads that people use, whether it's jam, peanut butter, the margarines, and all of that, how are you supposed to do away with them, moderate, especially if you are actually on a weight loss program?
Okay, what happens is a lot of people will say that a little bit of, margarine is okay. But remember, margarine is a vegetable fat that has been hydrogenized. So there is a lot of chemical processes that have also taken place. Okay. So I would rather you go for a spread of butter, which is more natural, as much as it's saturated fat, but it's more natural. And then when it comes to jams, remember that there's a lot of added sugar. So you would be safe with peanut butter, because remember the peanut butter is not only high in protein, but it's also high in the good oils. So if you're on a weight loss journey, let us forget about the fad diets, because most of them are not sustainable. We are now talking about sustainability and quality of food. You find that a lot of people will go into these fad diets and they forget that the goal should be health. So you find that most of them are not getting enough nutrients into their system. So if you're on a weight loss journey and you feel that you need to take your bread, you can toast it as you have said, and then spread a bit of peanut butter. You would be safer with peanut butter than the other spreads that have added sugar in them.
All right, so then we've done breakfast. So at lunchtime or in the middle, are we snacking, or do we just wait until lunchtime?
It's important to snack in between, and the choice of the snack is also very important. So what I would advise someone to snack on would be the seeds. Considering that these seeds are also high in more nutrients than the way you would talk about snacking on a sandwich. So you can decide to do either the cashew nuts, you can decide to do almonds. Then you accompany it with a little bit of yogurt, about 150 ml.
So the small one?
Yeah, the small one.
Okay.
You know why I'm talking about the small one? Yes. Remember, you've taken the nuts. The nuts have a feeling, kind of, they fill your stomach.
Right.
Yes, so, and this is just a snack. And to give you an energy boost. Yes, so you take maybe if it's for the almonds, you can take about 5 or 6 pieces, plus your yogurt. You can decide to choose the plain yogurt, which has no added sugar, depending on your palate. And that is what I was talking about. You train your palate on over time on consuming less sugar. So within a period of time, you get used to it. You can also add a bit of oats and some dried fruit in your yogurt, which is also very ideal. Yeah, the good thing about snacking is that it ensures when you're taking your next meal, you don't overindulge. You're not so hungry. And if you're working on a project, you don't go low on your energy.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So then what do we do? So at lunchtime, so we've had a proper breakfast, we've had a snack, 6 almonds, and then now it's lunchtime. Yes.
I always advise people, eat when you're hungry. Don't eat because it's lunchtime.
So ikifika 1 and I'm feeling a bit full from my snack, I shouldn't necessarily...
You shouldn't necessarily eat.
Okay.
Because you can be able to hold it and have an early dinner. Because remember, as much as we say calories in, calories out, there's that myth, but it's also about the quality. So what did you eat? If you're not hungry, don't just indulge. Don't just eat because it is time to eat. Also look at what kind of breakfast did I have? And then at the end of it all, now you can decide to go ahead and snack.
So if you feel the hunger and you want to eat, what are you eating at lunchtime? Are you Because sasa hapo ndo watu wasema sasa ugali juu ni lunchtime. Wacha tukule turudi ofisi tulale.
Ugali is ideal for lunchtime as opposed to dinner time. The reason why I'm saying this is between lunchtime and by the time you're going to consume your dinner, you have some activities. And also remember, if you need to be active, go slow on the carbs. So the same way I was saying on breakfast, if you want your day to be slow and lazy, indulge in carbohydrates. And that is why you find people eat ugali and they eat a huge chunk of ugali. So, you know, you'll say, from where I come from, maybe you consume a lot of ugali. Like I remember someone telling me, don't tell me to eat a fistful of ugali. Yes. I'm from Western Kenya, you know. So it all depends with also the kind of activity you're involved in. So if you're going to sit behind an office, stop taking too much ugali over lunch hour. If you're going to the quarry, by all means, you can go ahead and consume your ugali.
Right. And so the other thing is, before we talk about dinner, water intake. Everybody says you're supposed to take your eight glasses and all of that. Then unaenda unapima unasikia sijui kuna water weight. So when it comes to water, do you apply the same principle, or you only drink when you're thirsty, or how do you stay hydrated?
If at all you have to wait until your body asks for water, then there is a problem.
Okay.
You don't wait until your body asks you to take the water. So the water weight is not because of the water you're consuming. It is because of your cells retaining some water.
Okay.
So don't be scared of consuming your water because of the water weight. And also remember, it's very important because of cleaning the kidneys. If you don't take enough water, the kidneys have to reabsorb the water from your system. This means that you'll have overworked the system. So the 8 glasses of water, that includes the fluids that you have taken, some juice, because at the end of the day, if you take some juice, there's a water part that will go separate, and the pulp part of the juice that will go separate. So it's not like just 8 glasses of plain water. It includes even the fluids that you will take along the way. The tea, the juices, and all that.
Okay. And so when it comes to that, well, that is sufficiently answered. So tuchukue tu maji, tusingoje tukikuwa thirsty. We ask for the water. That's good. What about the juices that you've also talked about? Because people buy them. I won't mention the brand names, but to buy a lot of the juices, and they're in the 1 liters or 500 ml, and we down all of it. So what about the juice? And then when we're taking even the freshly squeezed, watu wanasema zilikuwa mangostano, and you're taking it. So how do you balance with the juices?
Now, when it comes to the juices, remember that as long as it's over-processed, definitely it must have some additives in it. And things like sodium will definitely cause what you're talking about, the water retention. So what we need to do for the juices is moderation. Don't just take a whole liter of them. Look at the breakfast tables, the size of the glass that we have.
They're normally very small. Painfully small.
Yeah, it's painfully small, or maybe 250 ml.
Yeah.
Yes, so once in a while, you cannot take, if at all the mangoes are 5 mangoes, will give you about over a liter plus of juice or the smoothie. So you cannot consume the whole 1 liter. Just take about 250 ml, 1 glass is okay. Then also another thing is that if you feel hungry, drink some water first, because there are people who confuse thirst for hunger. And so if you drink your water and you're still hungry, you can still go ahead and eat.
So that's quite something, because confusing. Mimi nikisikia njaa nakula kwanza, alafu
nakunywa maji
baadaye as the end product of sasa nimekula acha nikunywe maji. And then also speaking about that, and just maybe you can advise most people when you find when we are eating, so we'll eat, then take some liquid, take some liquid. Others say you should finish it fast and then eat because of the digestion process. Is that what's the story around that?
You'd rather take your water before or with meals, but not immediately after.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So it's either before the meals or with meals, but not immediately after.
Okay.
And then look at what drink are you taking with. So we find that there are certain drinks that are accompanied by certain cuisines, like maybe some red meats and some wine, depending on the type of cuisine. So that will be dependent. And then now the issue of alcohol, it is about how much alcohol are you taking. A glass a day for the women, 2 glasses a day for the men. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Msikunywa sasa gin, mzima glass, juu daktari amesema glass, unasema tuko sawa. Anyway, all right, that's cool. Well, I see we're out of time here, but just in case people would like to find you for more information, you know, where can they find you? What are your contacts or your social media handles and your office? Yeah.
Okay. In case someone would want to find me, because as I talked about, I'm in the business of diabetes reversal. Right. I'm at Thika. I'm based at Thika. On Facebook, I'm Duta Wamunio. I still have a page called Demax Nutricare, and we talk about everything health. And my phone number is 0723 394 741.
Just repeat the number, yes.
Yes, 0723 394 741. Yeah, that is my number.
All right. Well, tunasema ni asante sana. All the best as you continue with the processes, the programs, and also in teaching.
Thank you.
Wasalimia sana students wabie wabebe.
Yeah, the students from the only Nyandarua National Polytechnic.
Awesome. So that's where you can also find it. In case you're in the Nyandarua area, you can go and ask for her as well. Asante sana. Well, right now, like we always do, wanna cross over the other side. How you doing?
How are you?
Yes, you're good.
I'm good.
You ready for some yoga?
We are.
Right,
are you?
So, well, I'm ready to watch. But she's going to take us through, Salonia is going to take us through some yoga. So if you want to join in, you can also start preparing and get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. It's going to be cool. So I'll just hand it over to you.
Sawa.
All right.
So we are going to have a beautiful stretch session today. I'm here with Mukanzi. She'll be helping me through the stretch session. So we're going to start while seated. So you can just find a comfortable sitting position. Okay. If you don't have your mat already, just find a mat, find something comfortable, something cushiony. As you sit, I want you to think breath. So we're going to practice something called intentional breaths. So I just want you to take a deep breath in through your nose and open your mouth to exhale. So we're going to go for 5 breaths. Deep breath in, open your mouth and exhale. So we're just getting ready for your stretch session, and we just need you to be calm, and we need your body to relax so you can be able to stretch. Give me 3 more breaths in and exhale. Deep breath in, exhale. Last one in. Good job. And exhale. So we'll start with a light stretch. I want you to stretch your feet, stretch your knees, point your feet towards you. Hands over your head and reach for your feet. Count to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good job. We're going to go into a half split. So right leg goes back. Good job, Mukanzi. And then your hands go behind you. It's okay, just breathe. Bring your chest up, out, and take 5 breaths here. 5, 4. This is a really nice stretch for your quads. 3, 2, and we'll switch it up. So kidogo kidogo tu, pole pole. Hakuna haraka. Let's warm your muscles. Half splits. You're doing well. 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and come back to center. Nice, good job. So we'll test you again on that one. Right leg goes back. Nice. I want you to this time bring your elbow down. Good job. Amazing. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's make this harder on the quads. I want your left foot to step on your right inner thigh. And then try and lie down. Nice. Just breathe. Take your time. It's okay if your back doesn't lie flat on the ground. Nice. The more you relax, the easier it is. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Nice. In, exhale, and then slowly come up. Very good job. Let's switch it up to the other side. Warm up peke yake, tuko warm up. Yes. So just get comfortable. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Remember, it's a stretch for your quad. So lean back, elbow goes down, left leg, right leg to the left inner thigh. Good job. And then go all the way down. Beautiful. Count of 5 and 4 and 3, 2, easy. Nice. Come back up. And child's pose. So child's pose means your big toes are touching. You come up on your knees. Place your hands on the mat. And try and place your forehead on the mat. So child's pose is a really nice rest position. It helps open your hips. It helps you catch your breath. And this is our starting position for today's flow. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to slowly take you through it. And then we'll do it 3 times. And as we move, you're going to go faster and faster by the sets. So you'll come up into your downward facing dog. Good job. On your downward facing dog, try and press the heels down. Push your chest back. Look at your belly. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth and exhale. Deep breath in. Open your mouth and exhale. Deep breath in. Open your mouth and exhale. Shift your weight into a plank. Let's test the core and hold it for a count of 10, 9, easy, 8, I hope you're smiling, 6, 5, 4, good job, 3, 2, and low plank. Go all the way down to the mat. Upward dog, press up from the mat and lift your knees off the ground. Yes, push back into your downward facing dog. Very beautiful. Walk your feet to your hands and stay on your forward fold. So this is nice for opening the hamstrings. I want you to be on ragdoll. Good job. I just want you to hold your elbows, swing side to side. Remember, we're going to speed up this process. So we're going to repeat the same thing we started from the beginning. So you'll come from rounding your back to stand, hands to the side. Take a deep breath in, hands over your head, mountain pose. Forward fold. Nice. Let's speed it up. Jump back into your plank. Nice. Low plank. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Easy. Walk your feet to your hands. Round your back to stand. Hands to the side. Mountain pose. Forward fold. Jump back. Nice. Low plank. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. We have 2 more. Walk your feet to your hands. Round your back to stand. Hands to the side, mountain pose, forward fold, jump back. Nice, low plank, upward dog, and downward facing dog. You have 1 more, walk your feet, good job. Round your back, hands to the side, deep breath in, mountain pose, forward fold, jump back, low plank, upward dog, child's pose. Good job. So this is your fast rest. I want you to catch your breath here. I'm trying to catch my breath here. As you breathe, remember to smile. We're going to practice something called face yoga. Our jaws usually hold a lot of tension, so we're going to try and release the tension from the jaws by rotating. So no one can see you. We don't see if you're looking pretty or not. Just rotate for 5. 3, 2, and nice. Come up into your plank. So we're going to make this a bit harder. So walk your feet in, round your back to stand. So I'm going to add some balancing poses. Are you okay? Are you breathing? Sawa. So bring your hands to your heart center, left leg forward. I'm going to test your balance. So you're going to go into something called a warrior 3. So kick the right leg back. Good job. Hold it for a count of 5. Easy. 4, 3, 2. Bend the left knee. Step the right leg back. Hands over your head. Beautiful. That's called a warrior 1. So I want the back foot to step down. Nice. Hands back up. Beautiful. This is called a warrior 1. Warrior 2. Open up to the side. The other side. Good job. Now go lower and lower. Nice. 3 and 2. Back to warrior 1. Nice. Lift the back heel. Press your hands down and step back. Nice. Low plank. Upward dog. And push back into your downward facing dog. Nice. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Are you breathing? Are you okay? Are you sawa? Sawa. Round your back to stand. Hands to the side. Nice. Same thing on the other side. Hands to your heart center. Left leg goes up. Warrior 3. Yes. 5. Good job. 4, 3, 2. Bend the right knee. Step the left leg down. Warrior 1. Nice. Warrior 2. Go low. Back to warrior 1. So make sure on your warriors, your knees should never pass your toes. Again, warrior 2. Nice. Warrior 1. Hands in a plank position. Nice. Step back. Nice. Drop all the way down. Upward dog. Nice. Downward dog. Naona hamu complain, so uko sawa. Work your feet in. Round your back to stand. So we'll add a bit of back bends. Are you okay? Do you need a break? Yeah. You got this.
Before you, let me come in the middle.
Uh-huh.
All right, before the break, before you take the break and do the back. Yeah. Congratulations on flexibility. This takes some time, but that's the first question we were trying to talk about. How long does it take to get this flexible?
It's an ongoing process.
Okay. How long have you done it for?
5 years now.
Okay, all right.
So it's been 5 years of consistency. So the more you do it, the better you become.
The better you become at it. And sorry, I didn't allow you to introduce yourself. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Although your name is down there, but go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh my God, hi. My name is Selonia Kabia, also known as Yoga Girl Kenya.
All right.
Yogi, lover of yoga, you know. This is how we do.
All right, this is how we do. And yourself?
I'm Kanzi Sempio. Yes.
Kanzi.
Mukanzi.
Oh, Mukanzi.
Yes, Sempio.
Okay, all right. Nice to meet you as well. How long have you done yoga for?
I would be lying if I said I do yoga.
Oh, okay.
I try. I'm into fitness, but I don't do yoga every day, so maybe once a month.
Okay.
Or so I'm mostly into working out. I have a passion for powerlifting, which I'm trying to train for, but COVID came in the way, yeah, but I love lifting.
All right,
yeah.
Cool. So maybe next time you'll come and show us some power clean and press.
I will do that, all of that.
Okay,
yeah.
So back to you, Yoga Girl Kenya. And so people who are probably watching and they're like, yes, like I asked, how long does it take? Are there beginner poses? Are there modifications? Or how do you get to where you've got to?
Okay, so like she said, she doesn't do yoga often.
Okay.
So each and every single pose has a gateway pose.
Okay.
So when I started the flows, I started with the child's pose, upward dog, downward dog, and the warriors. Those are all basic poses to start your yoga. And the more you get into them, you'll realize these poses are gateway poses into advanced poses.
So you start with it. So for you, what drew you to yoga?
Oh, wow, so much.
Okay.
Where do I start?
Okay.
I think what really, really brought me there was the mental growth when it comes to when you're facing mental issues. I'm an overthinker with anxiety and anger.
Okay.
So it really helps you calm yourself and center yourself. And the flexibility is just one of the biggest benefits, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it just feels good. Have you ever walked into a room and a workout room, right? Like maybe you walked into a yoga session, or I've seen you training before when you were doing Alvin's sessions. Ulikuwa tu unasikia uko lazima nirudi, you know?
Yes. So it gets kind of, I don't use the word addictive because, but it gets into your system. Yes. It becomes a lifestyle.
Yes. So you feel like without it, my life can't go on.
Yeah. All right. So for those who, what are some of the benefits of yoga? You've mentioned flexibility, and now I guess people can also get the offshoot of mental health. But what are the benefits in your physical body? In your physical body,
you can tone.
Okay.
You can get your agility, because there's cardio, like we're already sweating just from the flow we did, right? So you can get your flexibility, like I said, your core strength, your balance. I actually feel like balance is one thing that's really underrated.
Okay.
But when you start learning that, when you have more balance on your mat, you can practice it in your daily life. So physically, I feel like it has all the benefits that every single workout has. Depending on also the type of yoga you're doing.
All right. How long does a session normally last?
An hour.
An hour. Whoa. Okay. When you started, I heard you say intentional breathing. What does that mean?
So right now you're breathing, right?
Yes.
So it's normal. So it's technically setting intention to your breath.
Okay.
And you might be walking around with a lot of tension. You might be walking around with a lot of stress. And if you just take that moment to take a deep breath in and actively breathe out negative energy, you'll realize as you do it more often in your day, there's a piece of calm and awareness that sets in. So intentional breathing means being aware that you're alive, you're healthy, you're here, you're present. In this 1 hour, I need you to be present and here and not thinking about what is happening in life.
Right.
Yes.
All right, cool. So I'm going to let you guys do the next step. You talked about, I guess, the back and everything, but she's the expert. She'll guide you through. I hope by now you've also got your yoga mats out if you have and you're ready to join into this next exercise in case you're just joining us. So get ready. Over to you.
Sawa.
Okay.
Sasa breathe. Breathe uko sawa. So we'll start on forward fold. So again, I'll bring you back to this present moment. And all I need you to do is relax your body. You can slightly bend your knees. So I want you to think you're stacking your chest over your knees. Nice. And then while holding your elbows, I want you to shake and nod. Just shake and nod. I know it feels awkward, like you see jolly. At the end of it, I feel even your neck may relax. Round your back to stand, hands to the side. So we'll start off where we left. The right leg steps back. So I hope you remember your warriors. Warrior 1. Easy. So remember, back heel is down. Yes, keep pushing the knee forward as low as you're comfortable. Beautiful. Warrior 2. So here is where we'll add a back bend. Right hand, right foot. Nice, and then look at the left hand and go as far down as you're comfortable. Hey, nice, easy. Come back to center, and then the left hand comes on your left knee, like this, left hand. And then the right hand goes over. Nice, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then come back to center. I want you to stand facing up and face forward. So I'm going to test your headstands today, Mukanzi. So all of you at home, if you've never practiced a headstand and you're not comfortable, you will watch me, or you will rather watch Mukanzi for starters. And if you have a headstand, this is your time to practice it. So you're watching Mukanzi if you have never done a headstand. So you're facing forward, and then reach for your toes. So this is a very nice getaway pose for your headstand. The goal here is to take your head to the ground. So remember, if you've never done a headstand before, you're watching Mukanzi. So keep taking your head to the ground. And if your head is already on the ground and you have a headstand, I want you to place your hands to the side of the mat and bring your left leg to the left elbow, right leg, and slowly kick back. Nice. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and come back to center. Nice. So we'll do that 2 more times. I want you to come up. You did your headstand. Oh my God. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to be on your warrior 2. Beautiful. Warrior 2. Right leg is forward, and then warrior 1. Nice. Back to warrior 2. Nice. Reverse your warrior, back bend. Back bend, back bend, back bend. Ndio hiyo. Back forward, side angle. Headstand imekupoteza kidogo. Usijali, uko sawa. Back forward, wide-legged forward fold. So again, you're facing forward, and then reach for your feet and place your head down. Again, if you don't have a headstand, you're watching me. If you have a headstand, you're watching Mukanzi. When you're ready, just go for it. Okay. So you have it, you have it. So you're breathing. If you don't have a headstand, the goal is to have your head on the mat, and the goal is to breathe. For a count of 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and come back down. Nice, come back up. Hey, 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 hey. Nice. Very good job. Hatujamaliza. Tuko warrior 2. Nice. Warrior 1. Nice. Warrior 2. You're sweating. It's a workout. Nice. Nipatie reversed warrior. Good job. Unaona mgongo inafunguka? Umebend. Rudi, rudi, rudi. Side angle. This time, left hand on the ground. Uko sawa, uko sawa, uko sawa. Beautiful. Tutenda lizard. Sasa lizard, the back leg, we lift heel, drop the knee. Beautiful. I trust you. I trust you. Sasa hapa, we are just stretching the hips. I want you to breathe. Stretch your hips. Let that stretch set in as you rest. Najua nimekutoa headstand. Nice. So the aim for stretching is just to feel good. I know by now you're feeling good. Up for discussion. So we'll advance the lizard pose kidogo. So the back leg, bend it. It's the right leg. Left hand, bring it up and over and reach for your foot. Even kidogo too. They're coming out. You should get rid of them. Nice. So the goal for this stretch is to keep pushing the hip down, keep bringing the chest up, and keep looking over your shoulder. Nice. So come back up and straighten the front leg. So I'm back to your hamstring. Straighten the front leg. So those at home, if you have splits, this is your moment to shine. Kama hatuna split, it is okay. You can stay here. So this is a gateway pose for your splits. We've done an introduction to gateway poses, and we've also done an introduction to just being still and being able to take your body slowly. So if you have a split, I want you to keep moving the front leg forward and the back leg back. Nice. Just breathe. It's okay, stay there. If you have splits, I want you to release your hands and breathe. For a count of 5, good job. 4, and 3, 2. If you're in a split, support yourself, lift yourself, bring the back leg forward, left leg back. Nice. Then left leg goes back. Yay, uko sawa? Same thing on the other side. So, downward facing dog. Natoa socks. Good job. Walk your feet to your hands and round your back to stand. So we're doing the same thing on the other side so we can finish the stretch on this side. So, left leg forward. Uko sawa? The other, right leg forward now. Nice. Left leg back. Nice. So remember, we started on a lizard. So we'll transition from here. Left leg goes all the way down. Yes. Remember to keep pushing the hip forward. Thank you. The left hand goes down. Nice. So I want you to start looking over your right shoulder. So goes over and back to bend your knee and look at your foot. Nice. Good job. Remember, kama haifiki ni sawa, no need to rush. All I need you to remember is you're not supposed to be feeling any pains, especially on your joints. If your knee is feeling it, release the leg. If your knee is not feeling it, just breathe, keep pushing the hip down, and look over your shoulder. And 3, good job, Mukanzi. And 1, usijali umefanya workout of the day. Yeah. Nice. Stretch your knee. Remember, we're going back to the split on the other side. So hamstring stretch. So Mukanzi, I'll make your life a bit better. From here, I want your forehead to go to your knees. Yes. As you're breathing, if you have a split, I want you to move the front leg forward, back leg back, and just keep sitting low. Nice. If you're low, you can try and bring your hands over your head and breathe. If you have this, bring your hands down, bend the back knee, and try and hold your foot. If you still have this, I know your back is warm, hands down and head to your foot. And 2, and we'll come back up. Nice. So to come out of your split, this leg moves back, and the back leg moves forward. Nice. Bring the right leg back, and child's pose. Good job. Very good job, Mukanzi. I just want you to breathe here, catch your breath. As you're catching your breath, I want you to remind yourself that you've done a very good job. So we'll go back to the intentional breathing. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth and exhale. Deep breath in. Open your mouth and exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. Last breath in. And exhale. So you'll sit on your heels so that you can rest a bit. Nice. How are you feeling? You feeling good? You're sweating.
Well, congratulations. You did good. You did
Thank
good.
you. You can come to stand.
Well, first, I have to ask, are there exercises you can do? Because it seems like you really need to have, like, you know, when they say you need to open up your hips, open up. So how do you, does yoga help you open up, or there are other exercises you do to kind of open you up as well?
So both.
Okay.
There are exercises you can do to open up the hips.
All right.
Or
like which ones?
So many, like there's frog,
Okay.
there's lizard pose. I like hamstring stretches.
Okay.
So there's a seated forward fold. There's a very simple quad stretch where you can just keep holding. And I had mentioned gateway poses.
Okay.
So this is a quad stretch, and it's
So
a
just as you're doing it?
yes.
Okay, okay.
And it's a gateway pose to a dancer's pose. So it simply depends on what muscle you want to touch, what your goal is. So I would advise doing mobility sessions and also just frequently doing yoga.
Okay.
You'll notice that hips zinafunguka.
Zinafunguka tu. Pole pole.
Pole pole.
And so what about, and does the same apply for balance, to get your balance right?
Yes.
There's also some stuff you can do. All right, because that was a lot. My dream is to one day do a split, people. One day.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
All right, so how often do you recommend people do yoga?
For it to be effective, I usually recommend 3 times a week.
Okay.
If you're really looking into consistency and you're looking into, I really want to get that headstand in, you want to do 3 sessions a week so that your body gets used, like it gets into a routine, right? So umezoea, unajua, Monday kichwa chako inakwambia yoga, Tuesday yoga, you know. So it gets to the point where these poses become very natural to you.
And are there modifications, because I've seen somebody on Twitter asking if they're pregnant women as well. lactating mothers. So are there modifications that are done, or yeah?
Yes. So for pregnant women, those who have already been doing yoga, because you know there are pregnant women, like if I get pregnant right now,
Right.
to a certain point of my pregnancy, I can still be able to do my inversions. But if you're...
Where inversions are?
Upside down.
Okay, all right, okay.
Okay, so I can be able to do my inversions if I've been doing yoga for a while and I'm comfortable being upside down. But if you've never done yoga and you're pregnant, or you're getting pregnant or planning to get pregnant, and you just get into yoga, it's very advisable to even just start with breathing, so that as you breathe, you get in touch with yourself. You get to understand how your body operates, what comes to your mind when you're just trying to stay still. Like there's so much information that I can tell you, but the main focus is there's inversions, there's beginner poses, and also for pregnant women trying to get pregnant, yada, 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 there's definitely
sessions for them.
Yes.
All right. And so how can guys get in touch with you if they want to learn yoga, do yoga, get in the sessions? And how are you doing it now? Is it in gyms or personal? You know, and then where can they get in touch with you?
Okay, so you can contact me through my Instagram. I'm very active on there, Yoga Girl Kenya. You can send me a DM. My contact is there.
Okay.
I am planning to start a YouTube session as from next week.
Ah, nice.
Yes, where I'll be posting beginner sessions. So my YouTube is Selonia Kabia. I'm also Yoga Girl Kenya. And currently I'm teaching, I'm actually not in gyms. Okay. I'm teaching from homes and the forest. So unajua tu zen.
Yes.
Right?
In touch
you get
nature.
it?
Yes. Okay, cool. So make sure you follow her. All right, make sure you follow her. The name is right down there in case you can't spell it. There it is, Selonia Kabia.
Yes.
You follow her YouTube channel and also Yoga Girl Kenya on Instagram. What about yours? You're into fitness. Do you instruct?
No, I don't.
Okay, you don't.
Instruct.
Okay. All right. So where can guys follow you?
On IG, I'm at African _Mkanzi, and Facebook, Cynthia Mkanzi.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much for all. Tutamaliza na pause ama
hata wewe unafanya.
Na pause. I don't have the right shoes. But thank you so much for coming through. And if you have, like she said, Yoga Girl Kenya, follow her and find out how you too can get into this. Especially the lady who asked me online about pregnancy and stuff. Now you know where you can get her. So I'll allow her to do the final pose. And this last one, as I always say, I taught her. So the master cannot be competing with students. Yeah, you're right. Peace and love. Devi unajijua kitu tunanifanyia so sisemi, but you know my favorite pose, right? And my favorite, yeah, my pose is winning like Manu.
Should I test your balance? Should I test it? We're going to finish with a dancer's pose. So left hand forward. Nice. Hold your right leg. Nice. And just breathe and hold. Nice. Now I want you to switch the hands and keep the leg up. Just like that. Nice. And switch again. Easy. And last switch. Beautiful. Amazing.